And then after that, guys, we have Gina Manzani taking on Priscilla Cachoeira in the flyweight division. Gina Manzani minus 200 on the betting odds right here. And this is one thing I found really, really funny. You look right here, 32 years, 8 months, 3 weeks, 3 weeks, and 5 days. They are literally the exact same age. I mean, there's no way either fighter is going to have the slightest age advantage here. I mean, I don't know. Maybe they have an hour age advantage. I have no idea. But literally the same exact day. And now they're going to be fighting each other for the first time right here. That is just, I mean, what are the chances of that happening? Two UFC caliber fighters, the same exact age, like to the day. I mean, that is just absolutely insane. But Gina Manzani, an incredible reach advantage right here. Obviously the same age right there. A little bit smaller than Priscilla Cachoeira. But Priscilla Cachoeira not doing too good so far inside the UFC. Started with 3 straight losses in a row to Luana Carolina, Molly McCann, and Valentina Shevchenko by second round submission and then unanimous decision with 1 knockout whenever Shayna Dobson, who has a record of 3 wins and 4 losses. So not really the best competition right there. But you look right here, she's trying to knock you out. She's trying to get the fight in the striking game, get a knockout, get the TKO, whatever the case may be, with 5 knockout wins and 4 decision wins right there. Gina Manzani is trying to use that reach advantage to keep her range, land that 1-2 combination, and every now and then go for the double leg, go for the clinch, whatever the case may be, and then get a takedown right here. But a pretty up and down career so far. Started with 3 straight wins, one in the Ultimate Fighter Season 18. Got a first knockout, joined the UFC, got a first on Arma Triangle Choke submission, lost to Sarah McCann. After that, got a decision whenever Yan Wu. And then a very up and down career since then. But she also has some really, really good power with 4 knockout wins, 1 submission win, and 2 decision wins. So overall, it's a pretty close fight. I think this is a little bit too much at minus 200. I would peg Gina Manzani around maybe minus 165, minus 170, possibly minus 175, but anything above minus 200, I'd probably stay away from betting on Gina Manzani. I'm not sure what the betting odds are right now. Let's see if I can find it. Minus 200, so minus 185 seems pretty reasonable, but other than that, anything over that, I'm minus 227. I'd probably stay away from that right there. But this fight right here, Gina Manzani mainly tries to wrestle and ground and pound in most of her fights. Her striking is also very, very good. 4 KO TKO wins on her record. Blue belt in jiu-jitsu and definitely helping her in the grappling and wrestling game. Also some really, really good ground and pound. Amazing control from top position, especially in mount. Using those really, really sharp elbows and then just raining down in mount on top of her opponents. 2 takedowns in every single fight inside of the UFC, with 1 win coming by TKO from ground and pound inside of the UFC. Much better striking accuracy and striking defense than Priscilla Cachoeira, with an accuracy of 50% and a defense of 51%. Really good 1-2, 1-2, 1-2 over and over again. And once she just keeps on doing that 1-2 over and over again, your hands are just naturally going to get higher and higher and higher. And then she's going to shoot for that double leg takedown and get you down, ground and pound you, submit you, whatever the case may be. She's just trying to get you down, ground and pound you, and win the decision, or get the TKO win in the fight. In this fight, she's probably going to want to get the fight to the ground as soon as possible, and get multiple 4, 5, 6, whatever the case may be. Just a lot of takedowns in the fight and dominate with ground and pound for 3 straight rounds. Get the TKO win or a dominant decision win. That's the main way Sierra win in the fight. There is also that possibility that she wants to get the fight on the feet. She will have the striking, she will have the reach advantage, which could help her at range against Priscilla Cachoeira. But I think the main way she'll probably win would be to grapple and wrestle, considering I don't think she wants anything to do with Priscilla Cachoeira's power that she does have in her hands with 5 knockout wins. I mean, you saw that uppercut knockout whenever Shayna Dobson. The same thing can happen to Gina Manzani. So most likely she's going to want to grapple and wrestle for 3 straight rounds. But Priscilla Cachoeira, 2 of her recent losses inside the UFC did Molly McCann and Valentina Shevchenko, both wrestling heavy and grappling heavy losses. Getting submitted in the second round and a decision loss to McCann. So in this fight with Gina Manzani, she's 100% going to be working on that takedown defense over and over again. She's gonna want to get the fight on the feet for as long as possible and make it a striking fight where maybe, just maybe, she has the advantage in the power, maybe in the speed, but not necessarily at range. She just needs to close the distance and then land that big right hand and try to get the knockout, whatever the case may be. But other than that, I just don't see much opportunities for her winning the fight, other than getting the knockout in the first or second round, considering Gina Manzani is just going to play the wrestling and grappling game for 3 straight rounds right here. So overall, I'm going Gina Manzani to win the fight by 29-28, unanimous decision. I don't really agree with the betting odds, as I said at the beginning of the video. the odds right now, minus 185 and then plus 145. Let's see, where do they start the odds at? Minus 300. That is some insane odds. Minus 300 is definitely way too much. But if you can get her anywhere around minus 185, minus 180, anything around that range, which would suffice for a good bet on Gina Monzani right there. And especially if they have any prop bets coming out in the next couple of days, next week, whatever the case may be, then Gina Monzani will win the fight by decision. That'll exponentially make the odds much, much better. So, if that does happen in the next couple of days, I'd probably put a little bit of money on that one right there.